G'day folks. Today I've got the Dewalt DCS575N 7.25 Flexvolt saw, 54 volt. Flexvolt being that it flexes across to the 18 volt. But straight up we've got 24, 36 and 60 tooth, the extreme blades that they've sent along with it to do the test. We've also got the 1600 watt Dewalt 240 volt unit to play around and sort of see if this really does get rid of our 240 volt corded options. So gonna have a go right now. Hope you enjoy it. I just want to stop right now, a little bit breathless, but I know that looked a little crazy, swapping hands, using it left and right handed. I'm a lefty, and with my little chicken arms, to be honest, it was pushing it that fast and not even stopping it coming back was a little outside of the boundaries of what you'd really do. I just wanted to keep going, keep the thing running, keep pushing and see, so I'll give that a count and see how many cuts we got out of this 50mm fairly wet sticky sleeper. Cracker, so you saw some 45 degree cuts at the start, just misses out cutting it right the way through, but enough that this thing's going to get you a 50mm sleeper covering a 45. Rightio guys, so all I can say is wow, wow, wow. This thing is an absolute banger of a tool. Really, really impressed. You've seen the footage. It's so hard for me to actually convey to you just how cool this thing is.
Yep.
And how much guts it's got. 4.9 kilo versus 4.5 kilo, which we're going to talk about that in a second.
Yeah, this is the DCS575, which is sort of one of the benchmarks for 7.25 circular saws.
Dwayne's been talking about getting one of these for 3 years.
So thank you, Dewalt, for sending that as a comparison,
Yeah.
which I might add is very brave.
Yeah.
This 1600 watt monster here You fire it up, sounds like a jet engine.
Yep.
And the new Flexvolt is modelled directly off this. Even the number is DCS575.
Yep.
So it's directly modelled from this circular saw. You can see it. It's a really similar saw.
Yeah, very,
How does it compare?
Look, I don't think it quite matches that.
Sure.
But for a cordless tool, it is so stinking close, it's not funny. Now, what I want to really quickly say is people's perception of power and speed when there's noise involved. This thing, you can hear it, and it dials up, and you give it a crank. Whereas this, it doesn't have that same wind up and sound and noise. But this is 600 RPM, this 5800 RPM, so 600 RPM more than that. And you don't sort of notice that, but I think that makes up for it a little bit. Because it'll actually tear through this a little bit quicker. 120 something cuts plus the 45, so just under 130 cuts on a 54 volt 2 amp hour bat.
Yeah, that's huge.
I think that's amazing. I really do. So as far as landscaper, chippy, these guys that are want to knock the end of a beam off, you're not going to be putting your tool under pressure to do it. So absolutely stoked.
Which blade was that with?
That was with the 30. I'm going to stuff 36? That up. 36. We ran them both 36 blades.
So you had a comparison.
Yep. Brain spankers, both of them. So
you could use a 24 tooth framing blade and probably get even more cuts.
Oh, absolutely.
Faster cuts on this thing. So
yeah.
So it's almost comparable to this monster over here.
So close, not funny. I'm not timing it second to second. I'm not into that, to be honest. I'm going by feel, and I'm encouraging everybody out there to go and check this bad boy out at a road show or a trade night.
Yeah.
Go and give it a crack, guys.
Yeah. So do you reckon? I reviewed this grinder a while ago, 54 volt grinder. Absolute monster. Went toe to toe with the big electric ones as well. I thought that's going to be the flagship of this this range.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Look, I think that grinder is absolutely super. I used it. I've used it with the diamond blade. I've used it with the cutter, and I really like it. It's out of this world. This, I think this has to be almost the flagship of the 54 volt range, because a circ saw that can look after landscapers with the 50mm sleeper just misses out on the 45. So I know that's frustrating, but hey, them's the breaks. But I really do think that this is everything that they're promising. Yeah,
the build quality on this looks outstanding.
Yep.
What I presume is magnesium base plate, which is quite thick.
Yep.
A blade guard, including on the bottom.
Yep.
All metal.
Yep.
All your dials and everything as well. There's hardly anything plastic on this saw except for the actual clamshell holding the motor.
Housing, yeah.
So
now, one thing I just wanted to point out, guys, you got just your basic lever here for your base angle or tilt, whatever you want to call it. Now, positive locks in at 22.5 and 45. I was thinking, love this.
Oh, it's like feel like a miter saw.
Yeah, everyone does that with their miter saw. You just get used to it. If the miter saw comes out without it, what's going on there?
No.
Whereas this has got it. I really like it because you're not sitting there going tap, 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 tap. It locks into it and it just holds it for you. Nip it off, done.
Yep.
But really, really like it.
Nice big guide there as well to slide it inside.
Forgot about that, sorry. So, same guide for each. But really good guide, nice and long, so you got good depth there.
Yeah. So, overall, we think it's a killer saw.
Yep.
So, that's with your 54 volt battery with 2 amp hours.
Yeah, you got 25 seconds. So, Dwayne's going to give us in 25 seconds why 2 amp hour isn't an issue.
No, because you need to look at the watt hours of the battery, not just the amp hours. It's 2 amp hour at 54 volt. Overall, the watt hours 18 volt times 6 amp hour, or 54 volt times 2. It's the same thing. It's heaps of juice.
Yep.
And you got all that off one battery.
Yeah, this visual is your key.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was important for someone who actually knew what he was talking about versus me to explain that, because you hear 2 amp hour now and you just go, what? Years ago, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Very different beast now.
This has got 3 rows of cells in it.
Yep.
It's a big, powerful battery.
Yeah. So what do you say? $699 or $700 for
a kit with 2 batteries
for a kit. So it's not a cheap unit.
No.
We're not saying it's cheap and it's everybody get out there and get one.
But there's no other genuine quarter replacement, I think, for a chippy on a job site who wants to cut up LVLs all day, things like that.
Yeah.
Nothing else is going to come close to this.
No. And today's game is you buy a kit and then you skin up from there. That's just the deal. Nobody buys kit after kit after kit.
Yeah.
And obviously search around and find some specials, but no one's going to be disappointed. Please get out and try this thing.
No, it's a monster.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys. Please make sure you jump on Instagram, Facebook, follow us, like us,
Yep.
share it out there, guys. We really try and get back to you as quick as we can when you're sending questions or comments.
That's right.
And we'd love to know what you think and also what you want reviewed.
Yeah, we'll try and review the rest of the range soon.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.